Omochineke, we are indeed going home. I can assure you. You know, I got excited when I saw this video I'm about to post now. And just like I remember in the days of Michael OKPARA, Sir Michael OKPARA, the beautiful, bright, intelligent, result-oriented economic team of those days, the early days of Biafra, that put fear in the hearts of our enemies, that made them decide that Biafra would never come. Just like those days. Today we have the likes of Dr. Bryson, Okeoma, and the economic team of the Biafra Republic government in exile. So I'm going to post this video of Dr. Bryson Okeoma. Watch it and see the future of Biafra. One day, hallelujah, Biafra is going home. Watch, share, recommend people to watch and tell them those things that we wanted to achieve in the days of Michael OKPARA, those days are back. Even better days are here. I love you all. Watch.
Dr. Bryson is the chairman of the committee for Biafra Economic Viability Committee.
The Biafra Economic Viability Committee was constituted on November the 19th, 2023 by the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency Mazi Eba Simon Joko, with an assignment to generate economic viability report for the United States of Biafra. So we went to work immediately. We have two subgroups, an internal group made up members of the committee and another made up of members of the committee and a foreign expert, a Swedish national to be precise. We have had several meetings within and between the two groups. Our work has resulted in a draft of what we call the United States of Biafra Economic Viability Statement. Information from this draft was used by our foreign expert, our foreign partner, to generate an economic projection model for the United States of Biafra. The summaries of both documents I will present shortly after below. We want to unequivocally that the United States of Biafra is and will remain economically viable, given abundant human and material resources that have remained largely untapped under the new colonialist rule of the Fulani hegemony. There is a popular saying in our place, where there is life, there is wealth. We make this remark in deference to the current Nigeria state that is pursuing policies to annihilate the indigenous people. Nigeria has become a death trap, with thousands of people killed on daily basis from avoidable circumstances ranging from road accidents due to poor state of roads, through Fulani kidnapping and killing of their victims, to Fulani invasion and indiscriminate killing of people in the invaded communities. It is apt to say, where there is death, there is no wealth. Economic wealth is accretive, and the dynamics are substantially disturbed by the incessant loss of life that characterize the Nigerian state, hence its perpetuity in poverty. The nation of the United States of Biafra seeks to establish a nation that creates wealth, recognizes the sanctity of life, and protects every life with all of its might. A nation that will join the United States of America in recognizing that we, the people, we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, which are life, freedom, and pursuit of happiness. It is this recognition that empowers a nation to be fair with equity and justice to all of its citizens. Such nation facilitates and provides resources for all of its citizens to develop their God-given talents and attain the highest height possible. In the present Nigeria state, none of this is possible. There is never an all-inclusive national agenda. The agenda depends on the ethnic group in power, whose goals are frequently unconscionably antagonistic to the interests of the other ethnic groups without political power. In many instances, when Fulanis are not in power, they end up planting non-ethnic Fulanis in power, who then must continue with the Fulani agenda, even if the agenda is against the interest of the people from where the stooge hails. It is hard to see a way out for Nigeria. Hence, Biafrans have chosen the route of self-determination, a means to save and preserve Biafran lives, provide security, and create the enabling environment for Biafra people's human and material resources to develop to their God-given potential. There will be nothing like economic activity if people just keep what they have without exchanging what they have for what they don't have. It is this simple exchange of goods and services that creates economic activity, which is the basis for economic viability. United States of Biafra, with a population of over 70 billion people and a landmass of approximately 110,000 square kilometers of land sitting on abundant natural resources, will sure be an economic power. We envisage a knowledge economy that exploits the creativity of the United States of Biafra people in much the same way as European Union countries, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, New Zealand, as well as one that taps our abundant natural resources in much the same way as United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and others. The coming together, the confluence of both human resources and natural resources will place us in the league of countries like the United States of America, Russia, China, Australia, Brazil, and India. Hence, United States of Biafra is and will remain economically viable. United States of Biafra's economic viability will be anchored on 4 pillars: knowledge economy, trade and business, extraction of natural resources, cessation of abandoned project syndrome. So based on the information we provided, our foreign expert was able to prepare an economic projection model, and below are the major findings. He projected that about 43 billion US dollars will be required to achieve an OECD standard of living for Biafran population. And OECD is an Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development Countries. So with a GDP target growth rate of 24%, as we achieved during the Eastern region time of Michael OKPARA, as we are projecting, we'll be able to achieve again. In about 4.5 years, we should be able to raise that initial money, like the $43 billion will be needed to run the country of United States of Biafra. With a Singaporean level economic growth rate of 15%, it could be achieved approximately 7 years. With an East European of growth rate of 7%, it could be achieved in 14 years. It would be challenging to maintain a high GDP growth rate in the long term when our partners in other countries have high interest rates and as a result might have lower investment, but we believe that the sky will be our limit once we extricate ourselves from the entanglement called Nigeria. To achieve high standard of living, taxation should be increased from today's 3.4%, which is what is obtainable in the zoo, to 7%, and the exports should be maintained at the current levels, given that much of Nigeria's export comes from Biafra land. The models further show that in order to achieve a viable United States of Biafra, the initial state reserves at day one should be at $20 billion. This might be achieved with loans or funds from aid. United States of Biafra can pay back loans in a relatively short time due to the high value of our exports. Our expert further advised that Effort should be made early with information warfare to promote the international visibility and stature of the United States of Biafra. A favorable international standing will help increase the sovereign credit rating of the United States of Biafra at S&P, Fitch, and Moody's. These are credit rating agencies from the current Nigerian low levels. This will lead to lower interest rates for sovereign loans. Nigeria has today a very low credit rating of minors. The B minus being described as material default risk with a limited margin of safety. So our effort will be directed to explain to the international community why United States of Biafra should have much improved credit and credit rating. And a rating of A on the Fitch scale should be our target. And this target is about 3 steps above where Nigeria currently is. So we are closer to our freedom than anyone can imagine. God bless the United States of Biafra.